when you need help, when you're out of options, and you need your voice heard. Better Call 4.
Is 2024 the year of the data breach? Just months after announcing the discovery of one incident, AT&T announced another late last week, affecting nearly every one of its cellular network customers. Then earlier this week, Rite Aid went public with its own discovery of an incident that involves certain consumers' personal information too. What does this mean for customers? How can you determine if you were affected? And how can you protect yourself? Those answers in tonight's Better Call 4. Two major companies announced two major security incidents just days apart, affecting millions of people. Rite Aid announced Monday that in June, an unknown third party accessed the names, addresses, and birth dates of an undisclosed number of customers. Just days before, AT&T announced another alert for its customers, the second in a matter of months. The telecommunications company says hackers stole 6 months' worth of call and text message records of millions of people, nearly every AT&T cellular network customer. AT&T says the content of those conversations, as well as personal information, was not accessed, but the stolen data did include phone numbers, potentially leaving millions of people vulnerable to malicious activity. Again, this after another breach of sorts Better Call 4 told you about earlier this year. Just before that, I spoke with the Better Business Bureau of Central Ohio about data privacy and the risk for consumers when that privacy is breached.
It's a long-term process. So you don't even know that they have had access to your information and that they've started taking out credit in your name until a lot of damage has been done. So really, you want to stay vigilant and monitor your accounts, on a regular basis. Look at your credit card statements and make sure there's no charges that don't sound, right to you. You don't recognize the name.
No significant information was compromised in the latest breach. The most the hackers got their hands on was phone numbers and call patterns. But the BBB says that still creates cause for concern, that the data haul will provide scammers with ammunition to hatch new schemes or more targeted imposter scams. Over the phone,
if it sounds like it's coming from a friend, pick up the phone and call the friend and say, was this really from you?
Or online.
In general, we say don't click on links that are unfamiliar or unsolicited, that they come to you. You're not looking for the information, because a lot of times those unsolicited links to emails or through text message do contain malware or spyware.
Now, Rite Aid says it's mailing letters to any potentially affected consumer, even opened a toll-free assistance line for anyone with additional questions about that incident. AT&T says it's launched an investigation and is working with law enforcement to arrest anyone involved. If you want to see additional details about either incident, including an incident involving advanced auto parts and additional steps that you can take, check out this story on NBC4i.com. And remember, if you need help or you feel like you aren't being heard, you better call 4 at 614-212-4444. You can also visit NBC4i.com/BetterCall4 and tune in every Tuesday and Thursday evening at 5:45 to watch Better Call 4.